So I went out to the car the other day, unlock it, open the door, and I'm just gonna put my keys on the seat for a couple of minutes while I go do something else in preparation for leaving somewhere. I go do my thing, but 30 seconds later, this happens. Yeah, that's the car relocking itself. So the car does have a feature where if you unlock it, don't open the door, and wait 30 seconds, it will relock. Like, I think it's smart that way, that it knows better than you and it knows that it should relock. But however, now my keys are locked inside the car. Fortunately, I had another set to go ahead and unlock the car and retrieve my keys. So I gave some thought as to what might be going on. I do have a remote start on the car, which I was thinking maybe somehow it was locking the car without my consent. And then I started thinking about the programming in the car, that behind the programming for the feature, has that somehow gone haywire? But then I got in the car and noticed a few things. For instance, when we start the car, there's a little symbol on the dash which says your door is open, right there in the middle. And that's because my door is now open. However, when I close my door, that light would stay on. So that was pretty curious. And about the same time, I noticed that the interior dome lights weren't coming on when I opened the door. So some research led me to realize that cars have door open and close sensors, which makes a lot of sense because they got to know when your door is open and closed. And on this car, the CRV, this is a switch which controls whether or not the computer thinks the door is open. So when the door is closed, that's pushed in. When it's open, that's pulled out. This switch did not feel good. It was really wobbly, and as a matter of fact, when I shook it, the dome lights would start to flicker. So I knew this was the culprit, and we had to replace it. So let's go ahead and replace it now. So to replace the door switch, all I need to do is first expose a screw head, and you can either use a socket set or a Phillips screwdriver. I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver for it. It should hopefully come out for you without too much trouble. And pull the switch out and the connector. You can see the wire here is pretty short, so you don't want to lose the socket end back inside the car. That would be bad. And then depress on the white bit. Free the switch. Get your new Honda supplied switch out. Slide that back in. Nice and click. And feed it back in the hole. Take your screw, line it up with the hole. Grab the screwdriver. Let's make it nice and snug. It doesn't have to be super tight. Close the cap, and you're done.